Hey guys, Handy Guy 2016 here. This is something that's becoming more and more popular, especially with all the toilet paper shortages from 2020. This is the Lux Bidet Neo 185 bidet kit that you install on your existing toilet. So just walk you through this real quick. It's really basic. So anyway, first thing you do is you shut off your water supply at the toilet, which is just simply an on-off valve. You turn that all the way off, which shuts off the water to the tank. After you've done that, you flush and hold the flush, and that runs all of the water out of the tank. And then the next step is removing the toilet seat, which is just 2 screws. In fact, only tools needed right there, the Phillips screwdriver on this one. So you remove your toilet seat, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place the bidet underneath the toilet seat mounts. Now these are just discs that insert. They've got a little gasket on them, and what you want to do is insert those so that they line up with the mounting holes for the toilet seat, because you're going to use the same bolts. And in fact, the next step is just putting the toilet seat back on, and I will do that off camera because I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and do that at the same time. But we're just going to put the toilet seat right back on, and basically we want to get this bidet, the part that's hanging down right there, just needs to be centered up with the hole as it is right now. So I'll get that mounted on and then show you the next step. There, guys. And I should have pointed this out first thing, but the very first thing that was done was that everything was cleaned and sanitized. And this is actually a new toilet, was just installed. So, but that's important to point out. Have everything cleaned and sanitized. So it's sitting in place. I don't even have the bolts tightened up yet. And you can see how it's positioned. And I want to show you this also. So here are the mounting bolts, and you can see I actually turned these discs. They're at about a 45-degree angle, the slot is, and what that's going to do is allow the slot to be completely covered up once that's closed, so that there's no openings there that could hold on to, you know, anything that's going to make the toilet nasty later on. So rather than having those straight front and back, I thought it would be better to turn them. That's all in place, the toilet seat's lined up, and we're going to go ahead and tighten those up real quick. Simple. These are the components that are left. Got a little thing of Teflon tape, a couple wrenches, so that stuff isn't really parts. 2 different fittings. They give you a stainless steel fitting, and they also give you a plastic fitting. So I've disconnected the supply line to the tank, which is just a hand tightened fitting, so no tools required there. You do want to have a rag or a towel or a little dish, because you're going to get some water dripping out of here. Not a lot, you know, you've emptied the tank, but there's just still some residual water, so honestly not enough that you can't clean it up with a rag or a small towel. And given the choice between plastic and stainless, I'm going to go with stainless. So we'll put that one in first, and as long as we don't have any leaks, that's what we're going to go with. So all you're going to do, and this only goes one way, so there's not really any chance of messing it up, but we're going to screw that on, and then I'm going to use one of the wrenches provided, and I'm going to leave this fitting facing out just slightly. Well, actually, no, I won't. I'm going to run it straight with the toilet, and that way the line that runs under here can kind of be hidden away. Okay, just like that. Then our supply line will connect back into the bottom of this. Okay, and again, that's just a hand tight fitting. So now that's on, and the next step is running our supply line to the bidet. Okay, so here's the inlet on the bidet. This little fitting right here. And the supply line, which I think is kind of neat. It actually has this little wing nut that goes on either end. It stays on the hose, but it goes to both ends of the hose and works as a wrench to tighten that up. So you don't have to have any tools for this part either. So now there is Teflon tape provided. I'm going to hook everything up just like it is. Turn the water on. Shouldn't have any leaks because everything has rubber gaskets. Of course, if we do have leaks, it's as simple as putting a little Teflon tape on the threads. So you guys notice that I'm turn those fittings backwards sometimes, and that's not by accident. Sometimes that helps you find the threads. When you're turning it backwards, you can kind of feel where the thread starts, and helps you to keep from cross-threading things. So slide this over here. I was hoping to have this water line kind of tucked out of the way a little better than it is, but can't really do much about that. So, okay, well, those are pretty tight. Just going to slide that nut down to that end. I guess that's not, it doesn't stick out too bad. Next thing is turning the water on and seeing if we have any leaks. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see how well all of our plumbing holds up. Okay, so these on-off valves, important to know it's all the way on or all the way off. Don't turn that valve part way on or part way off. It's always all the way on, all the way off. So I'm going to grab a rag, dry some of this up so that if I have any drips, I'll be able to see it really well. First thing it's going to do is fill up the tank. So it's going to run for a minute while it does that. Okay, now I've dried everything up and I have a dry rag laying down here so that if I get any drips, I'll be able to see it on that rag. And then also you can swipe your finger along the fittings, front and back of each fitting, and you know, if you have any moisture on your finger, then obviously you've got a small leak. So everything is dry so far, which is fantastic. Over here. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that, and in the meantime, let me show you how this works. We might get sprayed because I've never used this before. So, okay, so right here, I'm gonna turn it on. Wow. Low is pretty high. Tell you what, so you've got three settings here. The feminine side, wash side, which is what you're going to use the unit, and nozzle cleaning. So let's put it on. Let's put it on the nozzle cleaning, and then we'll turn it on again. So that's self-cleaning for the nozzle. Okay, so we know we've got water flow, and actually I'll let that run for a minute and just flush out any air that might be in the system. Okay, I think that's good. Put it back to the wash side. Now you can't really use this without sitting on it, or you're going to have water spraying clear out of the toilet. And this goes off of the water pressure that is in your house. So basically, all you can really do is control, from low to high right here. That's really your only settings. So anyway, I'll show you what this will do. I think what I'm going to do is lay a towel across the bowl, and then you can see what it does to keep from spraying water all over the bathroom here. So we've got a towel laid across the bowl. Let me see if I can demonstrate how this works. So you get the drift, right? That's how it works. Anyway, that is all installed, guys. Really wasn't much to that. It probably took more time. Explaining it than it did actually installing it. Everything, all the openings that were on those discs are all closed up. So that came out really nice. Just nice clean unit. Really nothing to it other than just using it and saving yourself some money on toilet paper. And our rag down there is still dry. I'm going to double check that again. I'll give it a little while. Wait 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe come back in half an hour. Make sure that we don't have any leaks. But looks good. And that's going to be it, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope this is helpful. And if you're thinking about looking into a bidet, this is the Lux Bidet Neo 185. They do have different models. So look at the different models, see which one works best for you. I found this one on Amazon, and as a handyman, I'm very happy with the quality of the kit, and very happy with everything that came with it. Not very many tools involved. All I had to bring with me was a screwdriver, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.